Hello. It is March 22nd, 2024. Welcome to Unbridled Light, non-Hertzian revolution. That's right, non-Hertzian revolution. What are we all about here? Well, Unbridled Light has been around for a couple of years, and if you have found me from the other social media apps and you have found me on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for traversing the technological uh, metaverse, if you would, to find us here on YouTube. Um, I have other social media apps that I am typically on, and that's where I've spent probably the bulk of the last 2 years on those other social media platforms. And we are evolving, right? We are evolving and we're being guided to uh, step into podcasting and opening up this YouTube channel is a direct uh, response to the spiritual journey and how spirit has been working with me over these last handful of years. Um, I was a very active spiritual person in my life. During my life, I was born awake. I'm a highly sensitive, intuitive person. I am also connected to um, unseen uh, fields, if you would, fields of consciousness. That's what I like to call it. Other people call them realms, other people call them other things, but in my world, as I understand it, they're fields. So, just like a radio that has a tuning dial, I have a tuner that can pick up many different fields. And when the COVID global pandemic thing happened, there was the beginning of our global awakening. And as that progressed and we started to get back to normal, people could not go back to their daily lives. They did not feel like the world that they were living in was normal. They could not go back to the way they were living. So we're in a global awakening right now. So some of us have been out here on the front lines as second wavers, indigos, uh, creating spaces and using technology to create spaces for people that are waking up. And we talk about the spiritual awakening journey. We talk about metaphysics because essentially that's what I am. I'm a metaphysician. I deal in the fields, the unseen spaces and places of the metaverse, right? And we are all meta humans. We are all capable of this, but there is a process. So learning how to heal first before you're able to break out of that matrix, so to speak, is a big part of this journey. So that's where the hero's journey comes in, right? This is known as the hero's journey. Why is it the hero's journey? You're the hero of your own story. And as the hero of your own story, you are liberating yourself, okay? No one else can do this for you. You have to fight all your demons and monsters alone, and you have to have your own um, moments of healing and aha, intelligence, understanding, growth. There's just a lot. There's a lot to the spiritual awakening journey. It's known as many things, but right now, during this global awakening, many are coming out of the closet and being pushed to the forefront to help lead, guide, teach, and reach others that are waking up. Okay. So that's what we're doing. So, again, welcome to Unbridled Light. I am JoJo, and we will be kicking off our new podcast. It is called the Non Hertzian Revolution because we are in a revolution. And believe it or not, you being here right now listening to all of this, means that you're a part of that revolution, whether you understand it or not. So, welcome in. Take your time. Be patient, love yourself, and just enjoy yourself, go with the flow, flow like water. Bruce Lee often said, flow like water, be the teapot that water is in, be the cup that water pours into. Just be fluid. All right. There's a lot to this. And the information about liberation and freeing ourselves has been coming age after age from many different pantheons, from many different timelines, from many different philosophers, gods, and goddesses. Uh, so follow what your heart resonates, what feels good in your heart, what feels true in your heart. Is where you're always going to want to navigate from. So, there any words of wisdom I can give you, it is that. But also remember that heart can have conditioning and programming built into it from your life experiences. So, be very mindful of where you're acting, reacting, and navigating from. But, be true to yourself, be true to your heart, and you can't go wrong. Just know what that truth is, okay? Know thyself is probably the most important part of this journey. Um, I love it. Who am I thinking of right now? Maynard from Tool. He, I think, created several albums based on his spiritual journey, so you can probably get some guidance if you like Tool. There's a lot of hidden wisdoms in a lot of those songs, so but if you're here and you find yourself here, welcome in and thank you for finding us. And if you're old school Unbridled Light Soul Fam, thank you for finding me, you guys. I love you so much. We're just moving into a new evolution with Unbridled Light. So let's go. Let's cultivate this next aspect of Unbridled Light. Okay, Soul Fam? Um, Non-Hertzian revolution. That's us, baby. So let's go get it. Well, so what are we doing today? We're going to be reading out of the Four Agreements right now, by Don Miguel Ruiz. The Four Agreements is probably a book that everyone should have. Um, when they start out on their spiritual journey. Not only are the ancient Toltec wisdoms powerful, they have everything to do with this journey in some way, shape, or form. And it is really great guidance. Hang on loosely to that guidance, though. You don't want to be attached to anything so harshly, okay? Um, you want to find your own balance with everything that you discover, okay? So, but I do want to read something that is very important because this goes along with the know thyself, okay? So, um, it's in the third agreement on page 71. We have to be what we are, so we don't have to present a false image. If you love, if you love me the way I am, okay, take me. If you don't love me the way I am, okay, bye bye. Find someone else. It may sound harsh, but this kind of communication means the personal agreements we make with others are clear and impeccable. So be impeccable with your word. Know thyself. Know what your words are saying and the boundaries they're creating and the expectations they are uh, helping to guide others. Okay. Your truth is very powerful. And the more we placate our truth or compromise our truth or out of niceties or things of that nature, we actually set people up for failure. Okay. So this is a very, very important statement. And I'm going to read it again so that you can be mindful of your projections, your conditioning, where you being too over accommodating, um, maybe even manipulative yourself, overbearing. Okay. It's a great space to observe how you are operating in your word. Okay. Your truth and how that affects other people. Okay. We have to be what we are so we don't have to present a false image. If you love me the way I am, okay, take me. If you don't love me the way I am, okay, bye bye. Find someone else. It may sound harsh, but this kind of communication means the personal agreements we make with others are clear and impeccable. Just imagine the day that you stop making assumptions with your partner and eventually with everyone else in your life. Your way of communicating will change completely, and your relationships will no longer suffer from conflicts created by mistaken assumptions. The way to keep yourself from making assumptions is to ask questions. Make sure the communication is clear. If you don't understand, ask. Have the courage to ask questions until you are clear as you can be. And even then, do not assume you know all there is to know about a given situation. Once you hear the answer, you will not have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. Also, find your voice to ask for what you want. Everybody has the right to tell you no or yes, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you, and you have the right to say yes or no. If you don't understand something, it is better for you to ask and be clear instead of making an assumption. The day you stop making assumptions, you will communicate cleanly and clearly, free of emotional poison. Without making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable. This is a very important lesson to learn. Um, I love this one part. About finding your voice to ask for what you want. Everybody has the right to tell you no or yes, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you, and you have the right to say no or yes. Okay. This is very empowering. Is a very important lesson in clear communication will change your life. It will change the way people operate with you and act with you and interact with you. It will change the way your work environments are. It will change the amount of energy that you expend out there in the world and how much energy you will gain back to yourself when you speak with clarity and truth. It sounds easy, but try it. Try it and observe what happens. You will find that a lot of people will have resistance to your truth. You will find that people will create their own scenarios around your truth because they will not accept your truth. So be mindful and stand strong, stand firm. This is also the Vishuddha dragon, the throat chakra activation. Okay. Speaking your truth takes tremendous um, fortitude and authenticity. Okay. Now, for those of you that are new on your journey, you may be listening to this and wondering like, well, how do I apply that? Or what does Vishuddha mean? And what is chakra? What is all this stuff? These are keys. And as a true student, there are no more mystical schools. They're all corrupt. And spirit has tasked some of us to be free in our teachings so that you, the student, can find us and you can use your own discernment. So you're going to get a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of keys, a lot of little, ahas, and a lot of little directions. So if you have questions, take those questions and educate yourself. Become the seeker. Become the student that searches for the answers. Become Indiana Jones. Like, this is a part of your liberation. This is a part of you being the hero of your own story. The more you know, the more you can free yourself, okay? And the more you know, you'll understand that knowledge is just tools. because you are the magic. You are the magician. And the more tools you have in your toolkit, the more magic you can perform, the more you can co create with the universe, and the more the universe is going to want to co create with you. So be the seeker, be the good student. Don't be lazy, but definitely take time out and rest, because this type of energetic shifting, thinking, deep diving, spiritual work is exhausting. You've spent your entire lives getting to this space, this place in the world, within the self, on your timeline, in your life, to undo it all, to discover your truth and wipe away the old programming is exhausting. So make sure you're going easy on yourself. Make sure that you're discovering what spiritual hygiene is important to you. Um, and continue to speak your truth. Okay. Find what that looks like, what that sounds like. Know thyself and see where the programming will start to present itself against the resistance of your truth. Okay. All right, Soul Chai fam. I love you so much. We are moving into some new energies, and I know I don't have a camera, but my voice is here and I'm still showing up. And until I get a good camera and a good system, we're just going to keep moving in the directions that spirit is guiding us. Okay. So it may just be a narrative right now, and that's okay. I'll still show up on TikTok, and I will still be able to engage with you there. But until then, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for finding us here on YouTube. I'm so excited about the non Hertzian revolution. You're a part of it. I'm a part of it. We're very powerful. We're very, don't play it small. You're very powerful. Okay. So keep growing. Don't stop. Okay. And I love you. Until next time, take care of you. Okay. Keep going. Don't stop. Holy snarky balls. I can't believe this is happening. I'm super stoked, you guys. I love you, Soul Tribe family.